Hello there, MegaMogwai here, and I got another MTG video for you guys today. Today we're going to play some more Abzan OTK, as you guys asked for it, and I shall deliver. Still in my 20s, AK Forever Young is a deck that I showcased on the channel yesterday. In case you want a more detailed deck tech on this build, exactly how it works and everything, I suggest you check out the video that I uploaded yesterday with this card in the thumbnail. I do go into detail in regards to the deck right there. Here I'm just going to talk a little bit about like one minor change that I made, my overall impressions with the deck, having played more with it, and a bit of a discussion on like matchups, because I got some comments in my video yesterday asking me about aggro matchups and stuff like that, and I think that's important to tackle as well. So first of all, I incorporated one more copy of Forever Young over Fine Finality. In a perfect world, I would like to still have 2 Fine Finalities and even potentially 4 Forever Youngs, because this card is incredibly potent in this deck and really enables us to finish off the opponent. But the thing is, I'm not sure what to take out of it, because this deck needs 24 lands. The reason why this deck needs 24 lands is because we have to reach mana 4. If we don't curve out to 4, we have no chance, regardless of the matchup. Like, we just straight up lose, because this deck requires quite a bit of setup, and if we fall behind, it gets really hard, even if it's a very slow matchup in front of us. So we need to reach 4 mana so we can curve out into likes of Reaper and Beast Whisper and then get going. So 24 lands seems like something that I can't really take away from, because I need to make sure that I reach turn 4 that way. On top of that, everything else seems really crucial. Gilded Goose, because we're a tricolor deck, we are going to need the ability to tap for any color, and also the ramp is extremely helpful to help us set up the whole engine shenanigans a little bit earlier. So I like this current version of the deck. I would like an extra Fine Finality, like I said, in Forever Young, but for now, it's going to stay like this, and, it's been working pretty well for me in that regard. What else did I want to say? Well, basically, talking a little bit about the matchups. I get people asking me, well, how do you do against mono red aggro, Miguel? We get wrecked. Basically, aggro in general, especially mono red aggro, because they have a lot of cheap single target removal or sources of damage that can be removal, such as shock, stomp, etc., really destroy us, because we have a lineup that is extremely weak to shock. Like 3 of our 4 engines here are just die to shock, and that is pretty rough, because they die to stomp as well, and it's just really tough. We're too slow. They pinpoint our engines and they take care of them, and we don't really have much. We don't have any means of interacting with them. As you guys can see, this entire deck is focused on its own thing. This deck exists because Golos Field of the Dead is extremely popular on the ladder. And not only that, but Fires of Invention decks, control decks that are around basically board wipes, can also be taken on by us, because we have 4 copies of Midnight Reaper, and we just keep coming at them. But a deck that goes faster and just really tackles our life source and deals with our engines in the process is too quick for us, and it's just going to be a terrible matchup regardless. So you want to keep that in mind, because this deck is what I like to call Supreme Disgusting Jank. And Supreme Disgusting Jank is that. It's going to be very matchup based, and it's not a reliable deck to use to ladder. Don't think of this deck as something to invest all your wall cards in if what you want to do is build a deck to climb ranked. I like this deck because I like to laugh at the misery of my opponents and to make them cry every single time. So I play this, but it's not the deck that I would take to ranked to reach mythic rank as fast as possible. So I wanted to make sure we're on the same page there. And having that said, I got some pretty sweet games for you guys today, so hopefully you enjoy it. Leave a like for daily MTG content, and for that guy who took a nap on his day off, and it ended up being like an hour and a half longer than it was intended to be, and now it's just kind of like super disoriented and stuff. I think you've been there yourself, and that's all I gotta say. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching my videos on a consistent basis. I really appreciate it. I fucking love you all to death, and I'll stop talking. I'll see you tomorrow. What's this Mythgard? Mythgard is a new card game. It's being developed by Rhino Games, an indie developer, and it is pretty amazing. Let's keep this. We have turn 1 Goose, and we're lacking white mana for Corpse Knight, but we can get there. Potentially with the Goose himself. It's pretty fucking sweet, actually. They've done a great job at balancing sources and action. What do you mean exactly by sources and action? Okay, give me a second. realized I need to charge my phone. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Alright, be right back. Right, so it's Field of the Dead, which means this is what we try to prey on. We're gonna drop the Milady Temple. Do we need this? I'm gonna drop it actually. Next turn, if we could, because if we could draw a land next turn, we could potentially play Midnight Reaper and Corpse Knight. Alright. Let's get going. We're gonna hold on now because we do have the Beast Whisper next turn. Okay. Let's see if we can survive a little bit here. He keeps going for these board wipes. Unfortunately, if we were to see like, okay, this is our chance though. This is definitely our chance. I don't want to commit the Beast Whisper until we get this going. All right. I could potentially pop this food, right? Here we go, baby. We drew into Forever Young. And now what we're going to do is we're going to discard you. We'll discard you. Discard you. Discard you. And keep it like this, because next turn we're going to have a total of 7 mana, which means we can go for Forever Young, Cruel Celebrant, and Midnight Reaper. And that way we win the game. By making this setup, we win the game. So even if he has to go for the board wipe now, he can't kill me. We've healed too much. He can go for like a big Crassus, but what he has to do is he has to time wipe here. He's gonna time wipe, and he's gone. Hello, Pac-Man. How's it going, bruh? Oh, he's not gonna like this. He's not gonna like this. Make sure we play this. We tap you. You and you. For the Midnight Reaper. Forever young. I wish I could be forever young. That's pretty much it. Yep. So we could run out of steam here. Maybe I didn't calculate properly. Maybe I should have done things differently. Maybe I should have gone with two. Maybe I should have waited. To be fair though, with this Cruel Celebrant on the board, my opponent is on thin ice. I shouldn't have dropped the Define Finality, by the way. Okay, how do we do this? We go this. We go this. We attack with this, we force a trade. bird for the win. Bye-bye. Omega wrecked. You know what? I'm gonna keep this just because I have like all Abzan colors available to me right off the bat. I have a 3-lander, which is really nice, and I get to scry as well, more than once. So I can start fishing for my combo pieces here. Knights can be spooky though. That's actually pretty good for me. Unless, of course, I die. We may just go down here though, before we can get anything set up here, because I mean, next turn we're gonna start going off, right? He must have like multiple 1-drop knights. We know he can't shock us at this point, so he does not attack. That is really bizarre. I'm gonna start going off a bit. Okay. I was hoping I could draw into a land. But now we're set in a position in which if I lose all these, I'll ping him for lethal. Unfortunately, he could have a Swordmaster to finish me off. That's like the one thing. If he has another Smitten, I'm done. He could fish for it, but I'm dead if he finds another one. You're dead. Got him! Nice. Still in your 20s, not for long, I guess. I'll always be 21 at heart. Leave me alone. We're gonna have to mulligan this. It's too low on lands. This, unfortunately, I'm gonna keep this just because I do have double scry. I want to keep these around. Corpse Knight is important, but I don't have the mana to enable it, so I'm gonna drop it down. It may seem bad, but I know I'm gonna be curving out into Beast Whisper. And I want to keep these around, but I also want to make sure I curve out with mana. This is a bit awkward. A bit, please. Doing great in best of 1, but not so great in best of 3. I'll look into that. Do you see Affinity deck in Standard? You mean like artifacts? I can't say that I have. I like your content a lot, but specifically how sexy you look. You need glasses. Let's keep that. Right? Yeah, why not? Like, and the reality is, like, the card draw engines in this deck are more important. Like, I really need to try to get 2 of them on the board. I will keep that there because I need a white source of mana. I'm gonna need it eventually. No lands? Wow. He does have the mana enabled to... Okay, he did find the land there. I'm gonna be using this to just draw 2 cards every time until we find the Cruel Celebrant. Now that we found the Cruel Celebrant, we're good. All right, here we go. Here we go, boys. You ready, Mom Spaghetti? First of all, we're gonna be playing the Fabled Passage to thin our deck out of lands. We drew a lot of lands there. We're gonna see a board wipe here. And we gotta be smart. We have a total of 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn, which means we can set up a Corpse Knight plus Beast Whisper, but unfortunately we don't have enough to go by with that. We need a little bit more setup. We need Forever Young. Forever Young will enable us. Magic is easy. Magic is so goddamn easy, boys! We're at total. I would like to set up a goose. I would like to set up a couple of gooses, actually. Though, to be fair, I want to be able to draw with them later down the line as well. But, I mean, if we set up the Forever Young, that should be a good setup anyways. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call panic mode. Can I get me some debated in the chat, please? Thank you. Thank you for tapping out on me like that. Just thank you. Thank you for tapping out on me, boy. It ain't gonna help you, though. I'm sorry. This is how it is. You're already dead, buddy. As the wise man once said, "Omai wo mu shindaru." You like playing your slow game, right? You like playing your top tier deck, don't you, buddy? Well, eat some jank, will ya? Some double served jank for breakfast, motherfucker. Bet you like your Feel the Dead now, huh? Bet you love it. Hello. Goodbye. I hope they don't ban Golos Field so we can keep memeing them. I know, right?